Bear with me, y'all. Let me get my shit together because I kind of, I kind of, oh, it's not something I'm going to talk about publicly, but if you saw my videos that I've been posting on YouTube, Dunk, I'll text you a screenshot. And then we're going to talk about Victoria, but y'all might need to tap for a minute. Because this one might get a little bumpy. I was listening to her live last night when I was going to bed, and I was like, bitch, you can't be serious. Yeah, you know what? Even this, I'm on such a fucking time crunch, dude. I'm on such a time crunch because I really want to finish writing. I'm sending you a text right now. And if you saw my video, you'll understand. You'll understand. Listen, I'm praying too, because if I get my hands on that screenshot, it's gonna be a wrap for that person. I heard that there was some editing that needed to be done, which is all fine and good. I don't care about none of that. But if I get that screenshot, somebody's gonna have a problem. Somebody's gonna have a problem. Anyway, Victoria. First of all, I just want to take a second and laugh at
Get you some accountability. Fuck your pity party, you a pussy want a sympathy. Let's talk grown shit, cash and liquidity. You a shit talker and a fucking liability. Get you some accountability.
so let's go through these. Let's go through these lyrics for a second, shall we? Let's go through these lyrics because I don't think that you took a second to go. Yeah, are you hitting me out, Lily? Yes. Yeah. So I was mind blown. I was mind blown, if I do say so myself, that she chose that song, obviously mocking me, right? This phone is. Ugh, I need a device. Hold on. She used it, obviously mocking me, right? but did she not hear it? Because I use that song when it comes to her. Hi, Finley. Okay, mommy. Come on. She's like, bitch, you're on my chair. Come on. Come on, mommy. Come on. No? All right, so let's just go over the lyrics, shall we? I couldn't believe the audacity. To be honest. It's like, but that was a confidence boost, y'all. That was a confidence. Hold on. Ready? Fucking weird. I don't know. Listen, you. This ain't the life for you because I'm pissed off. And when I'm pissed off, my attitude gets worse. My accent gets worse. Let's talk about it, okay? I've been on my shit like I gotta get rich. Bitch, you owe people money, right? Like a lot of money, right? So I'm all in my bag like I gotta get chips. I mean, you got chips. I don't know how you're gonna eat them, but you definitely got chips, right? Like I haven't been running it up Hansel and Biz. What what exactly have you been handling? I know that's right. I know that's right. Like I haven't been racking it up for some odd years. You've been scamming online for 3 fucking years. What are you racking up besides child support debt? More useless shit for your... Yo, I couldn't even believe it. I know, I figured that. Georges, yeah. Like I haven't been hot. I'm gonna skip right past that one. Like I haven't been woke. Like I haven't been saying what they don't know. Like I ain't been late. Babe, you're late to being a fucking parent. Like 3 years late. Fuck. can't even. I can't even. Hella bars these bitches be spittin', I'm gone. I'm dead, I'm sleep, these bitches all cheat. They bitin' my shit, wide mouth, all teeth. That's about the only thing that's right. Should be no teeth. Yo, I'm fucking trying. Okay, I don't know what she... Thank you. I can't take it. I can't take it. Hold on a second. I'm sleep like these bitches could never thread count these sheets. Do you even have sheets? Do you want me to show you? Do you want me to show you? Hi, a picture of the beds that your children slept on. It is not funny, and I know it's not funny, but and she did it like it was a whole flex. She has sheets on a wish. I can't. I'm telling you, Jerica. I'm telling you. Thank you. I love your face. But I'm going to get the bag now. Never will I back down. Never have I been scared. I'm going to hit the gas now. I'm about to give you fire. Gather round a campfire. Getting a little smoky. I ain't talking about a glizzy. But you know what, Victoria? Let me just feel like it's just like a recovery tip, right? Any overusing of any mind-altering substances is not recovery, right? Therefore, when you're taking stackers like fucking Tic Tacs, you're not in recovery. Can't deal with it. I can't deal. Okay, we didn't even get to the good part yet. Okay. Because I'm going to skip that. All I do is get to cities, get a check for getting litty. I remember you going on like a TikTok creator trip and leaving your children home alone. I remember that. Do you remember that? I remember that. You left your oldest with like the baby. You remember that? And you got shit-faced drunk. Remember that? I don't think you've gone anywhere since. The corner. Hold on. How the fuck you gonna let a female do what you can't? Bitch, I do what you can't every day of my life. I work. I clean. I parent. I actually peed in the cop car. I can't take it. Right? Like what? Well, my kids are grown. So I bathe. I can't. Already, y'all, I need you to sit down for this one, okay? Y'all gotta sit down for this one. I ain't ever had a handout or begged for no plate. Ma'am! That's all you do. Did you know that? Oh, you just weren't sure? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. It gets better, y'all. It gets better. But I feel bad for your mom for the bitch she raised. Hey, Siri. Y'all dudes lazy as fuck.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Don't. Y'all dudes lazy as fuck. Y'all dudes lazy as fuck. I know, I'm trying. I'm working on it. It's my screen recording device. Okay? Even Siri's confused. Cause you're fucking broke, all you do is buy hugs. Hi. You can't even afford them, but your mind frame sucks. Can't stand on your own self, so you gotta be buzzed. Fuck. Yikes. Get you some accountability. Fuck your pity party. That's you. All the way, Victoria. You're the one that throws pity parties about everything under the sun. Okay? You a pussy wanting sympathy. Fact. Let's talk grown shit. Cash and liquidity. Something that you know nothing about. Nothing. Okay? That's a conversation no one ready to be having. Everybody want to claim that they the realest in their captions. Everybody want to hop in the booth and get to rapping. They ain't living what they saying, Victoria. They ain't really about that action. Recovery, right? Like, this was a bad choice of a sound for you, baby doll. Like, I possibly can't even think of a fucking worse one. I can't even think of a worse one. So, Victoria did the song that I used for her. This one. Hold on, I'll play it again for...
Fuck your pity.
Hold on.
Let's talk.
What happened?
Shit, cash and liquidity. You a shit talker and a fucking liability. Get you some accountability. Fuck your pity party. Get you some accountability. Fuck your pity party. You a pussy wanting sympathy. Let's talk grown shit. Cash and liquidity. You a shit talker and a fucking liability. Get you some accountability. Fuck your pity party.
That's what I'm saying, Kay. I was like, does she know why I used that song for her? Clearly not. Hi. Clearly she had no idea why I use that sound when talking about her. So we broke down the lyrics and it's almost it is embarrassing. Not almost. It's just... every time I hit the stage, I said that already. Motherfuckers too fake. I don't chase, I learn. I can't take it, green-eyed girl. Bitch, I paved my own way, so you hate I swerve. You paved your own way? You can't even pave your driveway. What way? What way? I got you, Anya. Didn't she beg for money for that a couple years back? Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't do it. I'm just reading the lyrics. I don't even look back. I know karma's gonna work. Says the person that punched one of our kids in the face. But anywho. I've been on my shit like I gotta get rich. Get a fucking job. How about you start there? Why don't you start with a job? Me too. She's one of my favorite females anyway. I'm all about, we did that one. Like I ain't never going off. Like I ain't ever overtaking shots. Like I ain't been a real bitch and there's a reason I'm a boss. You might be a boss to that man-child, but that's about it. Can't even be a boss to your kid, dude. Your kid's, sorry. A boss. Boss where? boss wear. Only to the man-child. That's it. Please mind you, there's a shark up in the water now. You're goddamn fucking right there is. You're goddamn fucking right there is. I don't know. You pussies thought you was talking about you, bitch. You. I'm talking about you. Bitches isn't as tough as they thought they started out. I'm busy with someone's daughter now, just not yours. Yeah. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. This is she ain't been what? Charlie's mom. But hold, I missed it. I'm sorry. But it's lit on this side. Little bitch, get by. All the vibes been high. Keep it one stack. Stackers, right? Am I right? You know, that's what the problem is. Hello, Steffi. I can't. What a fucking lit life. Hating bitches be crying. Bitch, I am cry laughing at the fact that you thought that you could use this song and it was at all appropriate. I'm telling you. I'm losing my voice. I'm laughing so much. Back to making racks, and it's been like that. Oh, good. So you're going to pay the people back? You know, the people that you owe all that money, so you're going to pay them back? Anyway, I wanted to start there because, listen, when somebody sent me that video yesterday, I was like, I know she was trying to take like a dig at me, but you embarrassed yourself. And I love it when they do that. I really do. I love it when they try to put a dig at me, but they just winds up making themselves look stupid. Oh yeah, she can't remember. I can. So how about this, Victoria? How about if I could get the screenshots of everybody that you can't remember owing money to? If I get the screenshots, right? Will you pay them back? If I could make you remember, hi Black Dove, how you feeling? If I could make you remember with the screenshots, will you pay them back? I'll bet that's a no. I'll bet that's a no. But anyway, I don't know if you guys know who Mayhem is, but I did send him that video because I like it when he goes, shit that we're not supposed to see on the internet, but since I had to see it, and he is going to rip Victoria apart, and I'm going to enjoy it. So I did send it to him. Right, tumblers and shirts don't count. Keychains, they don't count. You know, stuff like that, that doesn't count. And then we were going to go over this. Oh, that's not the right. Oh, I did it in the wrong phone. Sorry. Oh, I love Mayhem. I adore Mayhem. Whose baby is that? Oh, Spanish Daddy, yeah. I didn't recognize him without his glasses. We're going to have to watch at 1.75 speed because ain't nobody got time for the amount of shuffling around the house that this girl does, okay? First of all. Bitch, is there a corner you're going to? Because that's what you're looking like. I don't talk to her. I talk to Lisa. Boring.
No fucking idea when I interviewed for it and took it and whatever, that I'm actually going to be able to be remote like half the time.
Oh, you're going to get a job?
How fucking awesome.
I can't take it, Krista. I can't take it.
It's actually sitting outside right now because I'm standing it, but oh god, I'm not. But when I found out that it was going to be more, like way more, like I wasn't barely getting enough, and it'd be super expensive, not right away, but I think I'm also going to do
just like a heads up, babe, the lipstick is drawing more attention to that mouth. Oh, I know. Couple of things. I think I might have timestamped them in Mickey Mouse fans. Bang. I got you. This is not what happens, and I have both screen recordings, just so we're clear. We're going to talk about this real quick.
Mandy made a video saying that, talking about what I told her, that I wore my hair up in the little pigtail space buns and people like talk shit about it and stuff, and I was like so happy that she wasn't scared to do that and be herself or whatever. She posted a video about it, And now people are attacking her just because she mentioned me in the fucking video.
I don't even know who Mandy is.
I don't understand.
But this is a flat out lie.
Like, again,
and I have it.
People, this is my, and again, I don't want to talk about all of it because that's what they want me to do. But, and, the other day, I was sitting in a live that had like 10 people in it, okay? And the lady that was the one, like the host or whatever, she, like, had sent me the live a couple of times. And so, when I went in there, she immediately put me in a box. And I said, hold on just a second, like, I'm doing something. Okay, I'm sorry, I was just looking at it. You're good.
I'll check it out.
I was like, I popped in and like her numbers immediately started rising. She didn't actually say she got,
Let's fact check that, shall we? 50 people. 50 people in that live. That's rising. Is that rising? We're going to slow it down for this part because I have this screen recording. You're a liar.
And the reason they did that, though, is because they didn't know you were, like, actually one of my people. They almost did it to Candy as well. I said, no, that's my people. Anyway, regardless, and hold on, let me actually, I'm so sorry. Let me do this really quick. You know you didn't do anything wrong. I just don't want the name in the chat. Anyway, so I was just in there talking to them, and we weren't talking about anything really.
Bullshit. You brought me up.
Well, I lied. They were talking about some stuff that was going on with two other creators.
Nothing to do with me.
And it was over the whole body shaming bullshit. Regardless, I spoke my piece. I said what I said. And I did happen to mention the two people that talk about me all the time. Just basically, I was asking them if they were friends with them because I didn't want to say something and like piss some
Never met them before I hopped in that box at all.
People off, you know? So, I don't know. I was in there for like 30 minutes. Well, okay, again, after the numbers started shooting through the roof, I was like, hold on, guys, I'll be right back.
50 people. Shall I show you again? Let me screenshot. I got a new phone and I really don't know how to use it very well. But 50 people. That's big numbers.
And I just went and switched onto one of my lower accounts. They're still going to follow me, but not as bad. Anyway,
Hi, Jess!
In there for like 30, 45 minutes. Husby called. And
this is
I
where
hopped off really quick. And I get back in there, and one of those people that don't like me is in the box. Attacking these women.
Hi, Bipolar. Who was here for that live? Who was here for the live when I went over to that live? So, like, a couple of people, right? Bet.
For allowing me to be in their box and talking to me like I was a human. Exact words that were used.
So you're telling these people, you're telling these people that I went over to their live and attacked them for having you in their box? Is that what you're saying?
Heard that I was the topic of the conversation, and I was wondering why. I don't even know who any of these women are.
They just came up here and said that. No, they came over here and said that you wanted me to come in your box. I'm like, we don't even talk about her. We don't even know nothing about Dylan.
Oh, right. Well, that's why, was because I don't even know who this woman is. Why am I being talked about at all?
You're not.
She came over here. She came over here and was talking about Dylan and telling me to come.
Literally for like less than a minute.
I was trying to watch.
Now, this one will be addressed later.
Victoria was in our live, and she asked us if we knew
Who you were.
who you were or whatever. We literally talked about you for 3 seconds.
Okay.
And I said that I followed you, but I'm not like close.
Are you
I'm
in
not
here
your
now?
friend.
No.
We don't know each other. And then somebody else said that they followed
We did not call them the Three Musketeers. This woman is not one of the Three Musketeers. That is Annie Dupree Christie. You're in your own idea. These people, man.
I don't. So a couple of things. Number one, I didn't see the whole live. I'm live myself, so I was unclear. I was watching screen recordings while I was live, trying to understand what was going on, because when somebody mentions it to me, I was like, I don't even know who these women are. The only one I do know
Is that attacking? Am I attacking them?
is Victoria, and she lied to y'all, by the way. But that's it. She doesn't like to take accountability or be honest. So as long as we're good, we're good.
Funny how people talk shit all the
Yeah,
time.
we don't even know you.
Good.
We don't have no beef with none of y'all, but we can be kind to whoever we want to.
Right.
This is Chrissy's group. She can have whoever she wants in here.
I 1000%. You want to be kind to a child abuser, lying scammer? That's on you. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Well, you have your past too, and we don't bring nothing up. We're not like that over here, man.
But her past is a present, though. That's the problem.
And you don't have a past.
Everybody has a past.
We were not
Everybody
talking
has
about
one.
you. We were not talking about you.
Because my name was being mentioned, and I didn't
You
know.
was mentioned for 3 seconds. This is a fucking public
It's gonna be
forum.
addressed later.
This is fucking TikTok.
Right?
Your name was mentioned for 3 seconds.
Okay.
You can
Was
move
I not
along. We don't
respectful?
know you.
Was I
We don't care to know you. That's
But
it.
you're dogging somebody else in somebody else's life that doesn't want to do that. You're trying to take over her life.
I was
We don't do
respectful
that
to
over here.
y'all when I came in, right? Or was I not?
We're trying to be respectful, but y'all are pushing us because we.
So when did I attack them? I'm just wondering.
If you support someone
There are
that you deserve
there are clips of that live that will be addressed later after I left.
to get hated on, allowing me to be in their box and talking to me like I was a human. Exact words that were used. If you support someone like that, you deserve to get hated on.
Show me where I said that, you lying bitch. I have everything I need.
We're like, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Like, you can't tell us who we can be nice to.
I never
I was
said
like,
that.
but I don't want y'all to get hate either. And she was like, I know.
That's not what happened. When you came back in, those women said that they didn't want to deal with the fact that you brought drama into their life when you hopped in the box and you started talking about Reaper and I. That is a lie. So you were twisting it yet again, right? That is a lie. And I have it all.
I know. But they do that, in my opinion, because they don't.
I don't do shit. You brought me up. I came to straighten it out. You don't want that shit to happen? Stop fucking running your mouth about me, lying about me, and I won't have to come and straighten it out. See how that works? You see how that works? You are one dumb broad, bro. For real.
Want me to have a support system. They know anybody that doesn't already deal with the hate and already, like, you know, have to fight for their life regardless. They don't want all that drama being brought to them. So the moment they let me in, because it's not just them that's done it, but the moment they let me into a box and they were not brutally fucking attacking me, people started attacking them for not attacking me.
So, you guys just heard that screen recording. Was I attacking anybody? Victoria, when I'm fucking attacking you, you will fucking know it. Okay? You wanna see a quarter of how I can get? Go check out the couple of videos that I posted on YouTube about she who shall not be named. Okay? Because I will start dogging the fuck out of you. That's me attacking you. Okay? You've been given way more fucking grace than you should have been given by me. People that know me would tell you that.
Like, why? Why, as somebody else in recovery, would you want somebody not to have any type of love or support?
Bitch, first of all, overusing stackers is not recovery. I don't know where you got that opinion, like that crazy ass idea from, right? But that's not recovery. any altering substances. Muffled, it's better. Is that better? Yeah, when people start requesting, it kind of fucks with the sound, so I apologize.
What happens to people that are trying to fight addiction that ain't got nobody? Would you like to tell me?
Hey, Victoria, do you have any idea how many people come to me for advice with recovery? Do you have any idea how many people have come to me for advice about relapses? Any of that stuff. Do you have any idea how many people come to me to talk to me about stuff like that? I don't think you do. I don't think you have a single fucking clue. I find out I love your face.
And then what do you say? Well, it didn't have to be like that. But it did. It did have to be like that because you would not stop going after people that are being supportive of somebody that you don't like.
First of all, let me explain this to you yet again. I don't have enough energy to not like you. Do I think you're a piece of shit? Yeah, I do. I have the proof to prove that you're a piece of shit, right? That's what shows me that you're a piece of shit. However, the fact that you continuously dance around the truth and refuse to take any type of accountability ever on the planet, again, better? Yeah, it's the requesting. Am I better? Right? So listen, I have been screaming it for 3 fucking years to multiple different creators. If you just learned to be honest about the things that you have done, it's a good idea. I don't know if I could do that while I'm live though. So no, fuck you. You're not about to, what you're doing right now is called a reservation. And if you had a single fucking clue about what recovery is or was, then you would understand that that reservation is going to become a yet, and then you ain't fucking blaming me and Reaper for it. Period.
Therefore, trying to make it to where those people don't want to deal with the drama, so therefore they distance themselves from that person.
They distance themselves from you because you brought the drama into their box. Are we good here?
Person all of a sudden doesn't have a goddamn support system. Obviously, that's not me. I have one personally as well. But, that's no different, in my opinion, than going into LR's live and telling her what that person told her, yesterday.
Which I've also never done. So, again,
I'll give you $100 to odd with.
You don't have $100 to give anybody. If you do, give it back to Brit.
That's no different. Nope. Can't prove me wrong. I mean,
or Kim.
Try.
How about Kim?
But in my opinion, that's the same thing.
You and me both, Elizabeth. You and me.
Why would you want that? Why would you be doing everything in your fucking power to try to push somebody back into that headspace?
Bitch, you're still in that headspace. Let me explain something to you, okay? I don't know how many people in here are in recovery, not in recovery, have been around recovery, but generally have an idea of recovery. If the word relapse is coming out of your fucking mouth, you're already on your way, baby. Okay? You are already... What the fuck? Should I restart it? Nobody requested this time. Now I'm good. If you are already talking about a relapse, you're already there. The use happens way before in your mind, right? and you ain't got no type of coping skills or any type of fucking honesty or any type of real friends that would tell you, bitch, you're fucking up, right? But when that shit happens, don't blame me and Reaper. Because at any given time, you could have stopped this shit on your fucking own. Okay, thanks, Jerica. You could have been honest, but you chose not to. If you are not working on recovery, you're working on a relapse, period. It's called complacency, Victoria. I suggest you look into it. And if you are taking stackers the way you are, that ain't fucking recovery, you dumb bitch. That's not recovery. Recovery isn't, oh, I'm going to put this down, but then I'm going to pick this one up and then spread all over the internet that I'm such a changed person and in recovery. That ain't how it goes. Not how it goes, babe. Sorry, but it's just not. You think that because you're buying gas station math that you're sober? You're not. You're not. It is an addiction. There's also a kick from it, too. It's just like Kratom. And I find it weird. I find it weird for somebody that seems to say that they're a Downer fan to go for uppers. It's kind of strange. Anybody else find that weird? Blacktop, I know you know a lot about addiction. Does anybody else find it weird? Because usually you'll reach for like your DOC or something similar to your DOC. But not that. Imagine that. I'd expect Kratom before stackers.
I'll never understand it.
Addict mentality.
That fucking mean girl mentality. It's disgusting.
Bitch, you ain't seen nothing yet. If you think that this is me being mean, if you had half a fucking brain in your head, you would be listening to the things that I'm saying to you, because I promise you that I am predicting your future. You just are too fucking prideful to admit it. She doesn't. She doesn't understand it at all, because she has nobody around her that is, and I don't want to say sponsor, because I understand that not everybody works a 12-step program, right? I get that. But you do need to have Lily Grace, right? You need to have people holding you accountable. And every single friend that she had that did try to hold her accountable, they're no longer friends. I don't know if she knows that they're no longer friends, but they are no longer friends. Just for trying to hold her accountable. She surrounds herself with yes men. She doesn't want people to tell her the truth about herself. Amy, I used to say this about Miss Ashicat, right? People like Miss Ashicat, people like Victoria, the ones that have all the answers, right? They were the hardest women to sponsor. They were the hardest women to sponsor because they were unteachable. They thought they knew all the answers, right? There was nothing, and no matter how much you tried to, no matter how much you tried to get through that wall, they wouldn't hear you. You follow me? They were the hardest people to sponsor. Not just that, and I know Flya says it too, right? When you're new in recovery, they tell you, take the cotton out of your ears and stick it in your mouth because you know nothing. All right. Now, I don't know about everybody else's like recovery journey, which, let's be clear, recovery is a journey. It isn't like, oh, I got on mat and I'm sober now. That's not how it works. That's not how it goes, right? Everybody's journey is different. 1000%. But within that journey, if there are not some certain components being done, you will not stay clean and sober. And not just that, but also honesty, accountability, recognizing defects of character is huge. Working on defects of character is huge. I will say it again. I no longer work a 12-step program, but I did. I no longer, there are still pieces, even though I don't work that program, there are still pieces of that program that are incorporated into my everyday life. Right? Do I think that doing the steps was a necessary part of my recovery process? Yes. A lot of that stuff that was keeping me in a constant state of relapse, use, get clean, relapse, get clean, relapse. All of that stuff that I had inside me, it had to get out of me, right? The steps for me was a starting point. I understand that some people have certain kind of feelings about organized stuff like that, and I get it. Hi, Jen. I understand it. Trust me, because I understood too. I used to get super triggered at meetings, and that's one of the reasons why I don't do them. However, what you cannot deny is that you've spent years of your life fucking it up, and it is not just going to get better because you decide to go on 30 milligrams of fucking methadone. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So that too, right? Amy, when I originally got sober, I was mandated to treatment. I was in the middle of my divorce, and I heard the judge, because I could not pass a drug test. I was sober, actually. I was sober, and then during the process of my divorce, my ex-husband started doing some really nasty things, all written in my book, right? And I relapsed. When I relapsed, it was probably, I want to say, so September, October, November, December. I had a court date on December 14th. I heard that judge say nothing's working because I was already in an IOP program and I was still failing drug tests, right? Because I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. I heard that judge say mandated treatment. I walked out while she was still talking. And I swore I knew the bailiff was coming for me, right? They're just going to come and get me. They're going to hold me in contempt. I flew to Florida that day. I stayed out of, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't fault Lisa for doing what she was doing with the rehab, right? I was supposed to go in on a Friday, but I didn't. I stayed out until Monday, stayed getting high all weekend, entered treatment Monday morning. I was there for 9 months. I completed detox, inpatient, and then I went into a halfway where I stayed in IOP for 9 months. The next time that I went in front of, thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you. I'm sorry. I get distracted. The next time I went in front of that judge, she looked at me and she said, this court would be remiss if it did not tell you that it's proud of you, because it is not every day that we see somebody take the right road. And I stayed sober for 5.5 years. I do want to clarify, because I think it was during my live yesterday, I said something about I used in March. I just wanted to make it clear that was March of 23. It wasn't like last March. And I know that, like, when I started talking about if I would have kept using, I wouldn't have been there for my mom. I wouldn't have been there for my siblings. Like, none of that would have been possible, because let me see if Fran's here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get Frankie in here. Let me see if I can get her in here, because she will tell you all about me and active addiction. I actually sent her, oh shit, hold on. I sent her, oh, it's in this phone. I sent her a text the other day because somebody was sending people DMs and saying that they were talking to my family, right? And this girl, she's on TikTok. Maybe I could share it to her. Hold on. And so not many people, I think that people now, they can't fathom knowing what I was like in active addiction, right? Because I really was such a different person, right? And not different in, like, I was the same person in my heart, right? But I was much more volatile. I was violent, right? I was not as, so anyway, I sent her a text message, and I sent her screenshots of the messages that people were sending to people, and saying that they knew me or whatever. And I said, hey, so someone is messaging this to someone and sending to people. I figured we could get a laugh at it. Somebody requested. I was super violent. What's your opinion on what's said in these screenshots? No rush, let's have fun. She said, LMFAO, that they're delusional, LOL, and someone's jealous. I haven't known you for a lifetime, but I do know that if I needed you, you'd ride for me, no questions asked. Even me, dude, I was scum, but you didn't treat me that way because you knew that I was sick and I needed my shit. You saw me almost so just to be clear, she is not in a straight relationship. She was in a relationship with a female at the time that I could not stand. She said, you saw me almost choke a bitch that we both hated and still stopped me and put me right in my place as I was about to put my hands on someone. I gave that example to show that even though you'll ride for me, you're also good enough friend to let me know when I'm straight up wrong, even if you hate the other person. You treat people like humans. All these trolls need to stop that shit. Right? So when people, it's weird for people that have only known me in this version of me, right? To see what I was like 6-7 years ago, because I was a much different person. A much different person. And that didn't just happen. Right? I didn't just go on medication assisted treatment and decide, oh, I'm cured. Mm-mm. My DOC was dope. And even though, so pro-legal delusions, here's another thing, right? Even though I did that work, right? Let's say, are you in here? Even though, so let's just say this. I did a lot of work, right? I did a lot of work to get to where I am today, right? I will say that. But what I will say is, even with all that work that I did, right? I don't know. I think there's a lot of new people around, so I'll just briefly go into a little bit of detail. My ex-fiance, who I was with for 8 years, decided in January of 2023 that he was just going to smoke meth, right? And I hid it from the internet. My friends knew like what was going on. That turned into an incredibly abusive relationship. Still, I hid it from the internet, right? I relapsed in March, and even when I called my closest friends, right, they thought I was lying. They didn't believe me because I was so good. They knew about like the abuse and all the fights, and they had seen pictures of the injuries, right? Like they were very well aware of the situation, right? But I was ignoring I wasn't doing anything recovery wise because I was trying to pour it all into him. Does that make sense? Right. So like even my closest friends around me were like, shut up. They didn't believe me because I was like not, after that, right? That after I used, I knew I had to leave, right? And I did tell him that. I told him, I'm grateful that he came home when he did because I wouldn't be here. But I told him, like, when I came to, I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't continue 13 stepping. What are you talking about? We both had years sober. What are you talking about? I don't even know where 13 stepping came from. Do you know what that means? 613 pineapples, exactly. I was legitimately depleting myself. I was depleting myself trying to pour into him, even though he was damaging me, right? So the night before I tried to 5150 myself, I told him, I said, I can't do it. like, I just can't do it anymore. And I knew after that I had to leave. And he did, I think the trauma of seeing me like that kind of shocked him. And he was clean for a couple of weeks, and then it just continued, and I left. What do you want, sir? Right, and that too, right? And I still very much have an active restraining order. It's more than codependency. It's a trauma bond, right? And for a long time, there's certain aspects of his life that I'm really not going to talk about because it's his business, right? That affect him deeply, right? Like it is a deep rooted issue that only he can fix, right? So there seemed to be a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? One of his issues seemed to really ramp up when I came to my mom, right? Because he has these deep-rooted issues with abandonment, and when I would come to help my mom, he would lose his mind, right? And when I came up here last September, when you hear me mention the internet smear campaign, this is what I'm referring to. Because when I came up here last September, he lost his ever-loving fucking mind. And it was, I got a restraining order, I think it was in November. It was right after I got back from Mexico. I got a restraining order. And that restraining order is a lifetime order, and it's one way. So if I can talk about him if I choose to. I really don't, right? Do we have an open line of communication? Yeah, but I'm clear that things will probably never go back to the way that they were. And you know what's crazy? This is what was so crazy about, like, to me. I've never seen a substance change. Yes, I've never seen a substance change somebody's entire belief system. I have no experience with that substance, right? And I have never seen everything. Like, somebody that knows me probably better than most on the planet, right? Call me a narcissist. Right? Like, it just blew my mind. Hold on, because it's gonna... Hold on, y'all. It blew my mind for somebody that should know me, right? Like, you should know me better than that. Or just the imaginary arguments is really what did it for me. Like, I was really tired of arguing over things that never happened. Stuff like that. Like, I was really over it. And so that's the thing, right? I'm not your mom. I'm not supposed to be your mom. And it got to a point where just the way he would talk to me was like, what? Like, I don't fucking need to talk to you. That doesn't, it's not a necessity to me, right? Now, here's where my problem comes from. He doesn't have anybody. He doesn't have anybody. Family's garbage. I am quite literally the only thing that he has, right? The only thing I can try to do is support sobriety, but that's it. And I feel bad because I know that it's hard because I do have that. I have a very large family, right? I have family we're real tight knit. I have friends that I've had for, exactly. I have friends that I've had for 30 years, right? That we've all been, hold on one second, please. That we've all been, you remember I told you my brother lost his phone on the mountain? I'm gonna have to mute for a second. Hold on a second. But I can't be Sorry, so my brother lost his phone on the mountain, and they found it. The ranger found it. It's crazy. But I forgot what she said, but that's exactly what it is. And I know, I would have never thought that they'd find it. Honestly. I would have never, because he was literally hiking on the side of a mountain. It says be coins. Okay, I got you. Amanda, you're right. Right. Every addict has a why. You know what I'm saying? And, okay. Yes, Care Bears. Hold on a second. Let me just send a screenshot. Every addict has a why, right? And if you are not working, or, yeah, I'm going to post it, or work on the why, then you are not going to stay clean and sober, Victoria, and I mean that. And I got a sneaking suspicion that you do not, because you're dishonest, right? You're dishonest. And I don't mean to, like, I really don't say these things to be a bitch. I'm really not trying to, trust me, you'll know when I'm trying to be a bitch. You will know. When you've gotten to the level of spicy Morg, you'll know. Right? Honesty is a deal breaker. And I don't know why people wouldn't want, I don't know. It's weird to me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't imagine. And that's another thing, y'all. She hasn't had her kids in 3 years, and she's living her best life. That's your best life? I can't even imagine. And, like, how do you think they think when they see that? You only care about what they think when they see my shit, right? Oh, they know. I know they know. I know they know. I know they know. I know that she even stole from her children. So, there's that. Imagine stealing from your children and then redecorating that bedroom to con people on the internet. Imagine one of your children threatening to run away. Imagine that. Imagine forgetting that it's been 3 years and they are completely different children at this point. I don't know. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. But if my kids were separated from me for 3 years, I would have to, and they were that young, I'd have to do a long, hard think, because guess what? One of the greatest forms of love is fucking sacrifice. And if those kids are better off where they are, which I personally do believe that they are, that's where I would leave them. You know what I mean? It's, and that's me. If it were me and I was unable to, okay, yeah, it's definitely it. And I was unable, and my kids were removed from me. Okay, perfect. Bet. I think I wanted to ask you a question anyway. I'll get to it when I get off. If it were my kids, right, and my kids were removed, well, my kids would never be gone from me for 3 years. Let's just get that right off the fucking bat. Because whatever hoops they wanted, I'd have been jumping through. Okay? That's what a normal person would have done, is jump through those motherfucking hoops, and they would have never been removed to begin with. But your house was so fucking filthy. No, okay? Some of them, right? So if this was the situation that I was in, right? You can bet your life that I would probably leave them where they are. That because they have a life. They have a life. They have a everything. Reverie, how do you know I don't have permission? Do you know that? How do you know that I don't have permission to say the things that I'm saying? And I could have sworn, hold on. I could have sworn that I said that if it was me. Didn't I? Didn't I? I could have sworn that I did. Do me a favor. Come back on your big girl account now. Okay? Come back on your big girl account. Then we could talk. Go get your real account. Now they're gone. And that's what people don't know. There is so much, y'all. So much that I have to handle with kid clubs. Because there are certain things that people do want to talk about. And there are certain things that people don't want to talk about. Okay? So, you could take that shit to the bank. Don't be a child abuser. And I wouldn't have a fucking thing to say. How about that? Don't be a piece of shit on expecting the internet to pay for everything that you fucking do. And then I wouldn't have a fucking thing to say. Pay those people back. And I wouldn't have a fucking thing to say. You see how that goes? Or no? Do you know that there are people that she owes money to that they need their money back? Okay? What makes her different from anybody else that has to pay people back? Any idea? I don't see any difference. So yeah, she could be as mad as she wants and never developed. Never developed. Listen, I think that she is... Oh, I blocked him. I gotta get off and hands on. Is that... Rob, is that you? I gotta get off and hands on my brother's phone. But it will be posted. The kids need a voice. You're goddamn right they do. Because every time that they try to come here and say something, oh, that's awesome, I hope you have the best time, she fucking silences them. She silences them. So, imagine that. Imagine that. She goes into that chat and calls them a liar when they try to tell their stories. Isn't that crazy? Ooh. Oh, Lord. Oh, are you here? Turtle. I'm sorry, I suck. There's Frankie. Frankie, we were talking about our conversation. You want to come in the box, or are you busy? I'm about to end soon anyway. She lies constantly. Constantly. And she's listening. The truth of it is, you could say you're sober all day in America, but if you're buying stackers at a gas station... Right, I know. I see you now. I read your message. Wait, let me ask you a question, Frankie. Somebody that is in recovery but not honest, doesn't take accountability, and takes stackers at the gas station, are they really sober? And what was I like in active addiction? Those are the two questions that I have for you. So for everybody that was here when I read those text messages, that's who they were from, Frankie. Frankie and I have been friends for a while. And we used together, right? So I think that Stackers is like a gas station math. Wait, one time, so back then my primary DOC was C, right? And Frankie was in my house, right? At the time, my kids weren't in my house, so Frankie was staying in my house. And I took a shower and fell the fuck out because I had breathed in too many benzos, if you will, right? She had to come into my bathroom and found me naked. The bruises that I had from that fall were wild. That bruise, I don't think I've ever been so bruised in my life. Me neither, but I needed to sleep. I think I was up for days at that point. Like, let's be real. But what about when Frankie one time got arrested, right? And me, I went to get her from the courthouse with rack in my pocket. That I stashed so that I could go into the courthouse. Do you remember that? Right. But so these people, they like to crack jokes. Like, I know there was some crazy shit. And then the way that we had to get to her car, I don't remember, did we take the bus there? But the happiness when there was still D in her wallet. Like the cops had left D in her wallet. Amazing. Yeah, we had fun. But we're like, it's very rare. I'll be honest, like my friends are either dead or they got sober. There's no in between. That's right. That was those damn cops. They knew what they were doing. They're either dead, very few are still using, or they got sober. And Frankie got sober before I did. You're good. I was gonna end right before she came in. And it's just crazy. Yep. Yeah, so you just celebrated. Congratulations. You know, it's become like so desensitized to it, right? Like it's unfortunate, but we've become so desensitized to it. Yes, I hope everybody has a great day. Follow Frankie. She goes to lots of concerts. I know that's right. And I remember, well, I don't want to tell your business. It's screen recording on my iPad. I remember times where she has younger sisters, Frankie, and she felt like she loved them, right? Like you love your family and you're so devastated because you are, you're hurting them and you don't intentionally want to hurt them, right? And I would tell her, me using, okay, I'm a junkie. And I'm telling her, you just got to get sober, go to detox, go to rehab, and everything will fall into place as a full-blown fucking junkie. So, like, I think that I was kind of the same person. I was just a bit more violent, just a little bit more violent. Yeah, Frankie's good people. She does go to a lot of concerts, and I tried to get her up, but they changed the live things now. Frankie, did you see that? Like you could go live, but you have to have your camera off. Well, I was much more violent then. Now I feel like I'm too old. I'm gonna be 45 in like fucking 4 days, y'all. 45. Yeah, so they did. They changed. If you could probably click the box. I think you need. Does anybody know what they are? It's like 250, I think, to get into a box, but you gotta leave your camera off. I don't know. Don't ask me because it's not an issue for me. I don't know that I was little scrappy though. I beat somebody's ass with no problem. I'm not freezing on my other device. Hey, happy birthday. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go figure out my phone, my brother's phone that is in the white face. And I hope that everybody has a good day. Victoria, please do some fucking research before you choose to lip sync a song thinking that it's giving you credibility and it fucking embarrassed you. Okay? Tony, I'm gonna message you back in a second. Frankie, I love your face. And I will talk to all y'all soon. Don't forget the wish lists. Those people still need help. The wish list in the bio of this account is for Asheville, and the wish list of my backup is for another church